Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we want to take a moment and show you around another great Thousand Trails park.
Another one.
This is Thunderbird RV Campground, and it is located in Monroe, Washington. Probably about a half hour northeast of Seattle. So great location, and let's show you what this park has to offer.
Come along.
Now, this park is located on Ben Howard Road, and it's actually located on both sides of Ben Howard Road. You'll see the road going across. The spaces up at the top in orange are no sewer sites that are river facing. The blue sites on the other side of the road do have hookups. They are a little bit harder to come. There is the entrance to the second loop. We'll show you that loop here in a little bit later. But we're going to come on up here to the main entrance where you would check in. The first river loop is on our left. The main entrance to the park is on our right. You'll spot it by the sign. As you pull in, you'll see a lot on the right which says Arrivals. That's where you'll want to pull in all the way up so that you don't block the entrance at the ranger station. They'll get you signed in, and you can also unhook your toad if you're in a motorhome. I have to say, this is one of the friendliest staffed Thousand Trails I think I've ever been in.
Yes, it was.
Now, this is the main part of the park here. It is a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit throughout the park, so we have sped the footage up here for you. There was storage sites over here on the left. On the right is a huge big green space with a nice pavilion and a huge grill built in the end of that. There are doggy stations all around the park.
Yeah.
Now again, just a short ways up here on the right, this area right in here starts off with a nice little quiet retreat area with shuffleboard courts, and they actually have a lap pool, a regular pool, a wading pool, and a spa. There are 4 separate ones right here in this area, and they were busy 24/7.
Well, not to mention they're right on the river.
Yeah, the river, we'll get into the river here a little bit. This is their Big Red Lodge and the inside of it. They do have a bathroom and shower house there, but this is the laundry area right behind it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 6 washers, 6 dryers, spotlessly clean. We're going to go on back into this side of the park here, and the first thing that you come to are their yurts. They have their own special little parking area here for them, and there were people in at least one of them, if not both of them, the entire time we were there.
The park was actually very busy.
It was very busy. Weekends especially, I would say full on the weekends, both sides. Weekdays, the Riverview side where we stayed will thin out a little bit. We're going to make a right and go around the loop here. They have been very thoughtful in the way they've laid this park out. Now, these sites are all full hookup sites. All the sites are equipped with 20, 30, and 50 amp. There's a couple of cabins over here on the right. The site in front of us on the right is listed on the map as a non-sewer site, but it does appear it's got a sewer hookup, so I would say everything on this side is. There's a little bridge there right by that last site that will take you over to the pools, and there in front of us was a real nice playground setup. There's miniature golf.
And that's all clean. They keep that up really nice.
Yeah, very much. and then a big dog run, all fenced, real long, not real wide, but it's a nice run. There's horseshoes, and the building you see back there is the bathhouse. There's only one freestanding bathhouse in the park besides the one up by the pool. It's typical Thousand Trails remodel. It's really nice, kept very clean. This one only had one shower in it. The one up by the pool had 3 showers in it.
Yeah.
We'll come on around the loop here.
All those trees, and they really kept them manicured up too.
Yeah. Yeah, no issue with dragging limbs or anything like that. They are big, mature trees, but they are well trimmed up. Now this is actually now making this curve coming back towards the main gate. There's one road in the middle of this loop that we didn't take you on that does have back-end sites on both sides.
They seem like they were all very generous in size too.
Yeah, and it is all on a hill, but the sites look like they're terraced so that they'd be fairly level. Now, the one thing that's a little bit odd to me, the site that has the sewer is the site that has the dump station. So if you're across the road like what we were before we left, we had to come over into this side and go to the dump station. And it is on the outbound side. So it's a little bit different of a configuration, but it's real easy to get into. You can either drive around the park like what we just did. There is a spot down there that, depending on the size of the rig, you can make a U-turn at. This fella back here is dumping his rig and getting his exercise, but this is what the dump station does look like. We'll come back out through the ranger station. They do have ice available there. When we went to leave, we pulled back into the little lot over here on the left to hook the tote up after we finished at the dump station. We're going to go directly across the road now into the first Riverview loop. And all 3 entrances are security gated.
There's the river on the right.
Mm-hmm. You'll see our rig there on the left. We'll come back and show you our space here in a moment. This loop is just one row of sites. They're all back-end sites. This first loop is great if you're in a Class A, because your windshield has the view of the river.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that one in mind. If you're in a motorhome and you want the windshield view of the river, this is the loop where you want to be. At the end of this, there's dumpsters, there's a big generous turnaround, and you'll see a bridge right over there. That bridge goes across the creek, the Thunderbird Creek, which actually has a little bit more action going on down in there than what picked up on the video.
You can hear it flowing.
And this goes over into the second loop. Now, back in the beginning of the video, I had mentioned we were going past the second riverfront entrance. This is that entrance. This building here is listed as a lodge or a lounge. It was closed the entire time we're there. I don't believe it's being used. And you can see this side has spaces on both sides of the road. So if you're in a fifth wheel with the big back window, this would be the view that you would have on this side backed in to the river.
That gives you a good campsite.
Mm-hmm.
The view is from your campsite, not from the motorhome.
It was a nice, generous turnaround back there. Then I'll also show you here, there's a walkway. So you use the bridge from the other side to come over to this walkway, and there's a crosswalk going over into the park by the bathhouse and by the pool. So it makes the amenities that are on the other side of the road very accessible.
Oh yeah.
Some of these parks that are split, you might as well say one side doesn't have amenities,
Right,
because
right.
it's a
It's
distance
like
to them.
two separate parks.
Now we're going to come back up here to our rig, and I'll show you what the site looks like. These are nice, very level, very generous sites. Pool table, picnic table. A pool table would be great. Picnic table. There's a fire ring there at the back. Very nice 20, 30, 50 amp hookup. Of course, no sewer connection.
A lot of green space behind you too.
And the water connection right there. This was the best part, was our river view out the windshield.
Yeah.
So Kathy, what did you think about our stay at Thunderbird RV Campground?
This has been awesome.
It's a really neat park. It is a very quiet place. We heard a train whistle once or twice during the
I
night.
love hearing trains though.
But way off in the distance.
Yeah.
Nothing that made the ground rumble like we've had at other places.
Yeah.
And the river and the geese fly in the morning on the river.
That's the best.
It's peaceful. It's
really
wonderful.
is.
And again, when we start raving about a campground that is a no sewer campground on the side where we stayed, we wouldn't have switched and went to the other side. We love this area for the quietness and for the river view. So with that,
Thousand Trails, this is 1,000 Trails, and 1,000 Trails has worked so well for us, and we know that this will work for you.
we absolutely could not do what we're doing full-time RVing if it weren't for Thousand Trails. That's what helps keep our budget under control.
Absolutely.
And keeping a budget under control is important.
That's right.
And I think it is for everybody.
Absolutely.
You owe it to yourself to take a moment, pick up the phone or go to your computer or your smartphone and give a call or an email to Warren and Sharon Lewis. They are good friends of ours and they are membership specialists with Thousand Trails. Isn't that right, Maggie? They will get your questions answered and they will help see if there is a program that Thousand Trails offers that will work for your style of camping. And they will help you find the most economical way to make the most sense to make camping work for you.
That's right.
With that, if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell, and that way you'll know when every one of our videos come out every Monday evening and every Friday morning.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.
Thanks for watching today.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.
And be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when new videos come out.
Don't forget to follow us on social media too.